The Dutch Prime Minister says the governing coalition has averted collapse after the resignation of the Finance Secretary due to racist language.
We hebben als kabinet
Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof has said the governing coalition has averted collapse after the resignation of the Finance Secretary. Morocco-born Noura Akbar said she was stepping down on Friday. She cited racist comments made by some ministers who were discussing clashes between Israeli football fans and pro-Palestinian supporters in Amsterdam. Akbar blamed polarizing language for her inability to continue in her post. Schoof said after her resignation that among the four coalition parties, we saw that we wanted to continue. Violence erupted in Amsterdam around last week's football match between Ajax and Maccabi Tel Aviv. A number of Maccabi fans chanted anti-Arab slogans and ripped a Palestinian flag off a building. Some men then carried out hit-and-run attacks on Maccabi fans and people they thought were Jews. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has criticized a phone call between German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Russia's leader Vladimir Putin as being like opening Pandora's box. Zelensky said the call risked making Putin feel less isolated internationally. He also criticized any further negotiations with the Kremlin that don't lead to any meaningful outcomes for Ukraine. Schultz spoke to Putin for the first time in 2 years on Friday. He condemned Russia's war in Ukraine and called on Putin to withdraw Russian troops from Ukrainian territory. He also urged Moscow to engage in negotiations with Kyiv in order to achieve a lasting peace. A statement from the Kremlin said that Putin emphasized any potential agreement must reflect new territorial realities and address the root causes of the conflict. Putin also said the war in Ukraine was a direct result of NATO's aggressive policy.
Austria's main energy supplier, OMV, said on Saturday it has stopped receiving gas via Ukraine from Russia's Gazprom following a contractual dispute. However, according to Austria's State Market Supervisory Authority, Russian gas flows to Austria seemed stable.
Wir lassen uns von niemandem erpressen. Auch nicht vom russischen Präsidenten. Wir lassen uns von der putinschen Regierung, von Putin selbst, nicht in die Knie zwingen.
The most likely scenario is that Russian gas will enter Austria through buyers other than OMV. Ukraine said it wouldn't extend a transit agreement with Gazprom beyond next year in a bid to choke off income that Kyiv says Moscow uses to fund the war. Despite a huge drop in supply, the EU still gets almost a fifth of its gas from Russia. The head of Georgia's Central Electoral Commission was doused with black paint on Saturday at a meeting to confirm that the ruling Georgian Dream won the controversial parliamentary elections in October. Opposition leader David Kirtatse, who threw the paint, told the chairman that the official results of the vote did not reflect voters' true choice. Kirtatse is a commission member from the United National Movement Party. When the meeting resumed, the chairman was seen with a bandaged eye. Protesters also gathered outside the commission's building in Tbilisi, where officials announced the final results. Opposition supporters have rejected the results amid allegations that the vote was rigged, an accusation that Georgian Dream denies.
The Italian tourist site of Pompeii has introduced new measures in a bid to clamp down on over-tourism. The site received a record 4 million visitors this summer, prompting authorities to introduce a daily cap of 20,000. The park has also introduced personalized tickets, which include the full name of each visitor. The world-famous remains of the Roman city were buried under ash and rock following the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD.